everyone, good evening. So it's been a while since I've shared something with you. So tonight I'm excited to share something that I bought, and I consider this as an upgrade because it has more feature than the one that I'm using right now, and it's really good because I know this brand. I've been using this for quite some time, actually years. So I'm hoping that as I share this with you, you'll also consider if this is something that you would like to invest on or like to buy and use. So what I'm sharing with you is the Young Living Sweet Aroma Essential Oil Ultrasonic Diffuser. Wow, it's a mouthful actually. So but anyway, so this is something, as I mentioned, it's a diffuser, but this has a few feature, not like the one that I'm using right now. I'm also using a Young Living diffuser, but it's been like 3 to 4 years since I bought that item, and it's still working actually. And the only reason that I bought this is because my daughter also want to have her own diffuser inside her room. So I said, okay, maybe I'll give you my old one and I'll buy a new one. Okay, so this has a few features on its own. Maybe I'll tell you about it more later. Let's just start by opening the box. Okay, so as you can see, okay, it's a very small box. Okay, it's a very small box, and as usual, it would come with the manual, and this small box is the let's open it. Oh, the charger. Okay, UK pin, three pin, and the unit has been encased with this holder. It's very nice. So it makes sure they made sure that whenever they're shipping their items, it's always in this one. So even for other bottles that I buy from them, it's always using this particular protection. Okay, so as we open it, okay, just be careful because we don't want it to fall. So there it is. It's very small, as you can see. Okay, so there it is. It is the as I mentioned, it's Young Living Sweet Aroma. Okay, it's very small. It's just like the size of my palm. Okay, and it has a few features. So I mentioned earlier, it has few features compared to the previous diffuser that I have. The diffuser that I have is just diffusing aroma with you, but this one has additional feature on top of having two types of diffusing action. It also has some lighting. So the lighting has like 10 colors that you can actually choose from, and later I will show you those colors. And basically, I mentioned that it has two types of aroma action. The first one is actually lasts for 4 hours. That means and because it's a continuous diffusing of the aroma. And the second one is what they call the light touch, which is more of 1 minute on and 1 minute off. So that way it lasts 8 hours. So 8 hours is actually a good timing, because especially when you're sleeping, I mean, come on, nobody sleeps in for 4 hours, right? Minimum is 6 or 7 hours. So 8 hours of having this aroma making your sleep better would be definitely a plus. Okay, let's now look at the item. Let's just push the box aside. Okay, so you will always has the Young Living sign, of course, and at the back, as you can see, you have two buttons. One is the power button, and the other one is the lighting button. So for the power button, the first when you press it for the first time, that will give you the continuous blowing of smoke, or by diffusing. And then the second time that you press it, it will give you the 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Okay, then of course the third time that you press this button, then it will turn off. Okay, then automatically when you put the power on, what will happen is that the light is on. The default is just very the white color, and later I will show you about that color again, and the changing of color as well. So as you press this, it will change color. There are different colors: pink, blue, green, yellow, red, and of course there's also an option for you to turn off the light if in case you don't want to have lights, right? One thing that is good about this is when the water is already finished, the light is still on, so it serves some sort of like well, some lighting for you, right? But it's not so much because as you can see, this is the only portion where the light will show. Okay, so later we'll show you it to you when there's no I mean it's a bit dim, so that you can see you can appreciate the changing of colors. Okay, and of course this one is where you put the plug. Wait, so I mentioned earlier that the plug is a UK 3 pin. So let's take it out first. Okay, so you just put this here at the back. The good thing about this is the plug or the socket itself seems to be hidden. So as you put it, then it doesn't bother you. So you can just put it on a flat surface. Okay, it's very good. So for tonight's demonstration, I will use the Young Living peppermint as well. This is one of my favorite. Okay, it smells so good. It's so cooling. It's good for your body. It's good for your body. Okay, so one thing that I also like about Young Living diffuser is, unlike other diffuser out there, well, maybe there are the same, some that has the same design, but for others where you have to sort of like unscrew it, and then so sometimes that's where the problem comes in. When you unscrew and screw it, then then it becomes loose or something, or sometimes it's not even, and it destroys the diffuser. Here for Young Living, it's just a matter of pulling it up. So yeah, that's one thing that I really like about it. Okay, so now we'll put some water. So this is how it looks, and also here. Okay, I don't know if you can see. Yeah. Okay, now we'll put some water. Okay, of course I've taken the liberty of taking some water. Okay, usually we just put water until the marking, so there's always an area where that is marked. I don't know if you can see it. There, that portion is like the marking. Okay, and so you put water up to that level, and of course we open our aroma. I love this. Okay, so what we usually do is just put 3 drops. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, of course if there's more that you put, it's still okay, don't worry, it's still good. Okay, and we'll just, so we've put it, we'll just cover it. That's it. So you're ready. Okay, so as I mentioned, as you press the first one, it will immediately diffuse. Okay, so I hope you can see the smoke. Yeah, there. Okay, so if you didn't press, I mean if you press it once, as I mentioned earlier, it will last only for 4 hours because it's a high diffusing motion. Okay, and then if you press it for the second time, of course right now you will not see it, but later it will suddenly stop. Okay, after a minute, and then it will stop for 1 minute as well, and then again continue for another minute. That's why it will last for 8 hours. And this is what I usually use, which if in case, because I mean I want it to last for 8 hours because it will be good for my health. Well, at least I have the smell for 8 hours, right? And I don't know if you can see the light. Maybe not so much. So there's a light actually here, as I mentioned. Let me see, let's try if I can actually change the color and it will show. Yeah. Okay, no, it's still not showing. Let's try other colors. There, I think you can see at least some red color in it. So yes, that's one. Okay, so this is what I meant. It will stop immediately for after a minute, and then let's try another color. Okay, so there are 10 colors available to you, and of course now this is like a light yellow or light or yellow green, and then this is the green one. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, and then this is like a blue color. It cannot be seen, but later I will show it to you when the lighting is not so bright, so you'll be able to see it properly. Okay, and I think this is purple or pink. Okay, and last is no light. So this is an LED light, so definitely will last long. And one of the thing about Young Living is sometimes it turn on again. So sometimes it may cost. I mean, at first it might cost a lot, but as I mentioned, right, the first one that I bought is still working, and it's been with me for I'm not sure between 3 to 4 years, but I know that it's quite it's been a while that since I've bought it, and it's still working. That's why my daughter is now using it, and I'm using this. So basically, it might cost a bit more at first, but for the number of days and number of years that you'll be using it, it's actually worth it. Okay, and then this is the to be honest, this is the cheapest one that I saw there, that I like the design, and one of the reasons why is because it's cheaper. So it's $65, and it doesn't include any any oil, but the oil would depending on what type of oil you actually buy, but I believe this peppermint is around 27 something, but it will last you quite some time, maybe a month, or maybe even if it's less than a month, that's still very good, because unlike other oil, right, essential oil, where it actually doesn't last long, or it may be good at the first blow of the diffuser, but after a minute or two the smell is gone. Here, this one actually smells the whole time, well, at least while I'm awake, and it's still good. So I really love it, and I have been using Young Living for quite some time. I really love their essential oil, and actually other products as well, but one thing that I'm really I really like is their diffuser. It's really it's reliable, it's really good, and I love that this one actually has some light included. So here is the diffuser with a bit darkened background. Okay, so you can see the light. So now you can see the color of the LED light. Yeah, so let's change the color. So I'll just show you the different colors that are available. So this is the default, which is the white color. The second one is more of a bit dim white. Okay, the third one is the red. It's very nice also. I mean, it depends on your mood, right? If you want red, then just go ahead with red. Okay, and somehow it lightened after a while. It become a bit of an orange. Yes, and then it's like dark or I don't know. I think this is the red one. Okay, and then there is also yellow. Then the light yellow, or I think this is yellow green. Okay, then the green color. The blue one. This is what I always use actually. The blue one. It's very nice, especially at night. You're sleeping. I mean, you're about to sleep. This is good. And this is a bit darker blue. Okay, I don't know if you were able to see the distinction, but yeah, it's a bit darker blue. Then there's the pink. For those people who like pink, then there's pink. And last but not the least is the one with no light. So if you are bothered by even a small light, then go for with no light. Okay, so this, as I mentioned again, it's LED. It's really good. So okay, go with whichever light that you like, light color that you like. Go with what is your mood. Okay, now that I've shown you the diffusion modes, the available lights that you can actually use to set your mood, so I hope that this actually help you in determining whether this diffuser is good for you. As I mentioned, it might at first be sound like the cost is a bit high for a diffuser, but for it to last more than 3 to 4 years, I think just divide the numbers by the number of days in a year, right? By 365. By 1 year alone, you have like, wow, it's so cheap, yeah. And of course, they have different types of. They also have different types of essential oils, so it's up to you. One of my favorite is peppermint. Of course, there's also lemon, thyme, and other essential oil that will help your health as well, and also set your mood. So if you please like this video, and if possible, please also follow me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.